indicate so that we can know if you are hearing us or not, okay? Today we set aside today to bring forth the EGCR. This is the first time we are making a public demo of the EGCR, and we thank all the people who, put in their efforts and their technical expertise in line to make this work. Our partners, the V.Judah, J Multiverse group, and every other person who is a part of this. We want to first of all appreciate all of you before we start the demonstration today, and to help us just to clarify that the platform that we are bringing for today is basically going to be for the government category of use, but then I'm going to show you quite a few things in there that will help the business and the institutions, non-NGOs, and individuals around the world. We already have the infrastructure in place, but we'll be launching subsequently various other parts of the project for a wider range of uses. So I will begin with going in. First of all, I'm going to scroll down here to see, so that you see the whole platform. As you know, EGCR is Economic Growth Capital Resource. It's an economic framework on its own, which is created to provide the capital for economic growth around the world, specifically focusing on the subnational territories from where we will begin to grow global economies and bring forth a new change for the nations to see. Yeah, okay, so part of this is what we call the sector development funds. Sector development funds are funds that are set aside to develop every given sector from grassroots. The pattern of economy we are building is a grassroots focused economy from ground up. And the purpose is to ensure that economies are not just, the economic growth is not just based on the top GDP announcements and all of those top global trades, which is part of the things we're going to be doing, but we'll be focusing much more on the local economies. That's the priority of the EGCR, the local economies. So no matter where you are watching from, I believe you're going to be seeing this near you soon in full force, So yeah, so this this aviation sector development funds, education sector, infrastructure, health sector, agriculture, energy, subnational banks of technology, subnational banks of industry, which is specifically going to focus on the local productions in different economies. So wherever you live around the world, we are coming there to help boost local production. We are tired of having to depend on foreign productions, which is good, but we got to make local economies grow. So there will be manufacturing boosting in every local economy. That's the purpose of the subnational banks of industry, subnational banks of technology, which will help to advance the use of technology. And then we have the SME development funds, which will help a lot of people who are entrepreneurial to be able to develop their ideas and create employment. We are focusing on how much jobs we can create, which is very important given the fact that artificial intelligence is coming out in full force, and because of the people's understanding about artificial intelligence, there is an issue about having AI take over people's job, which is a very legitimate concern. But I like to say on this platform, like we have always done before through the WSANDN, the World of Nationals and Nations, that our policy is to have AI work for people. That's our policy. So don't be scared that, oh, this is another AI product. Yes, we have inbuilt AI systems here. We have this was AI agents and MCPs and all of these things are available here. But the focus is our policy, is our fundamental policy that we're going to make AI work for people and not to take over from people. So anybody who is going to be a part of this project, anybody who is going to be a part of this EGCR economic framework will have a guarantee of having their jobs. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to show a little bit of that, because we have what we call the global job board. The global job board, when we get that, we'll show you, okay? So this is, coverage, comprehensive sector coverage, both subnational levels, national levels, and international levels. So we are doing a ground up, not top down, a ground up, not top down. The global economy has been focused on top down system, but the EGCR, Economic Growth Capital Resource System, is focused on ground up, so as to ensure that we attack poverty. That is one of the visions, the Vision 2020, 2030 of the WSANDN. So that's one of the reasons we are doing ground up, to ensure that we don't have big GDPs in nations while the people are suffering. We must ensure that the people are alleviated from poverty and ensure that wealth is well distributed among nations. I've spoken about it during our Economic Growth Summit. So this is the Global Peace Agreement. The Global Peace Agreement is an agreement which everyone knows is pretty much a common sense thing. There can be no advancement of economy without peace. For some of us who are, who are listening to what's happening around the world, we see a lot of chaos. Even in your nation, you know what's happening in your nation. Where there is chaos in your nation, the existing infrastructure begins to be burnt down. When there is chaos in your nation, the economic progress people have made, society have made, begins to dwindle. So this is why we are doing the Global Peace Commitment. We want people to commit to peace. We don't want chaos anymore. We want to live in peace. It's a very simple idea. We are not for war. We are for peace. So that's why we put it here as a Global Peace Commitment, which is garnering about 4 billion commitment in signature around the world to become a global or international law via the WSANDN platform. And this is just, we brought it here so that everyone who's going to be using this platform will be committed to peace. That's it. It's part of the policy that you have to agree on. You just click here to agree on it and then join, and that's it. So so we have the representation of the WSANDN here, the World of Nationals and Nations, Economic Growth Capital Resource, a comprehensive framework for global transformation in synergy with V.Judah technologies. So V.Judah technologies is simply a technological platform that brings AI and blockchain together to ensure that we build the economic growth capital resource for global economic growth and peace. So the things are there: fostering global peace, advancing growth and development, proactively eradicating global poverty, which is a top priority. We must eradicate global poverty. Now, one of the things we are dealing with, which is one of the questions people have asked me, and I've, for a little group of people who ask me questions, before now, I've answered this question a lot, but let me just state it clear. We have a global challenge, a global problem, which is called the global debt. According to CNBC, the global debt is around 315 trillion US dollars. And whether you, as an economist, I understand the impact of this debt. It is part of the things that is drowning the nations, because if you cannot pay your debt, or you are spending a majority of your income as a nation to service your debt, it's contributing to global poverty. Whether you don't need any mathematics to calculate that. So we are bringing forth a solution to global debt. We have over 115 trillion US dollars government debts, and then we have about 315 global debts from families, businesses, students, a lot of people. So we are tackling that under the Vision 2030 of the world subnationals and nations. So we have a mandate to create 1 billion jobs, 1 billion jobs in as we go implementing this. And this is why we are guaranteeing jobs. Whatever you think AI is going to, anywhere you hear people say, oh, AI, we are going to lose our jobs because of AI, tell the person, go and register on EGCR. It's a very simple thing. We have a system here that will keep your jobs and will keep you busy. I was speaking with one of our developers 3 days ago, and this guy is from North Africa, Tunisia. So I was saying to him, why do you think there is a lot of crime in the society? He responded to me directly. He said, it's because people don't have anything to do, so they have to do something. And it's true. That's why we must ensure that there is job creation. So the strategy for creating this 1 billion jobs is by creating businesses, supporting businesses. We are going to be creating business. We're going to be helping people to develop their own ideas. A lot of people have their different ideas to, what they want to do, but they don't have funding. So we are going to be, filling in that gap for them. We're providing funding, we're providing support, we're providing what we call the Global Economic Council, which will provide mentorship to help grow people's ideas through these systems. So we'll be having new entrepreneurs, developing everybody who is willing to be a part of it. So by so doing, we're going to be creating, the target is to create 1 billion jobs. So we also have what we call the government wealth funds. So this wealth funds is the sovereign wealth funds and subnational wealth funds, basically. And then underneath the subnational wealth funds comes the municipal investment funds and emergency reserve funds. So the subnational wealth funds are funds that are reserved to help grow the local economies. Number one thing is that we want to help reduce the tax burdens on people. So what we are doing is to ensure that governments have alternative ways of making income. So that's why we are establishing the subnational wealth funds. Subnational wealth funds is simply a pool of funds that belong to the government, with which they make investments into any kind of businesses. So the government themselves will be run like a business enterprise, not to depend on the taxations. The reason why there are many taxations on people I've said it before, and I'm not trying to criticize any government. It's just the truth. By now, anyone who has been a part of our platform will understand what I'm saying. My position: I don't criticize government. I only tell what what the society is, and then we look for solutions to make it work. You are taxed to make money. So when you make the money, you are taxed when you make it. You keep the money in the bank, you are taxed for keeping it. When you spend it, you are taxed for spending it, which is not all right. So that's why we are helping governments. We are offering to help governments. We want to go as much as possible as we can in partnership to reduce the tax burdens on people by helping governments to establish these subnational world funds and also sovereign world funds to replace a lot of tax incomes. And we have a lot of this. For those who joined us during the meetings we had post the Global Economic Summit, Economic Growth Summit, we discussed a lot on how to help governments make money without taxation. So we are going to be implementing those ideas. Many of the things we discussed, we're going to be implementing them through the sovereign wealth funds. And we have the expertise. We have what it is, what you need as a government. If you are representing a government here, I don't know. So if you are representing a government here, so what you need is simply to reach out to us, and then we structure the thing and help you to start your own subnational world funds, also sovereign world funds for nations that don't have yet. I know that many nations don't have sovereign world funds, a lot of them. And many subnational entities don't have subnational world funds. In fact, 90%, many people, 90% of global subnational entities don't have subnational world funds. So the purpose of that is to reduce tax burdens on the citizens and to increase government revenue. And this will strengthen local and global economies through interconnected world funds networks. And all of these are based on the EGCR system and framework. So we are going to be transforming global government financing through this system. And the goal is to reduce by 30 to 50% of tax burdens from the citizens so that they can keep more money and do more things with their funds. And it's very simple. No government is losing any money. What we are doing is simple. We structure investments in such a way that what you get from that investment is more than enough to augment for your income, whether it's a national government or subnational government. So you wouldn't need to go out again to tax the people so that they can use the resources to build the economy. If you have any question on that, don't hesitate to ask. Even if we don't answer the question here, we would answer the questions later on. And then we have the Global Job Board. This is the Global Automated Job Board. This job board here, it gives access to individuals who are seeking for jobs and even people who are employed but they want more. It's not necessarily that you are jobless, but you want to gain employment or whatever. You register on this, and then we have different organizations, companies, and even government institutions also hiring there. And one of the key benefit of this, and this is one of the key factor of the EGCR in terms of global poverty eradication drive that we are having in the WSANDN. We want to implement what we call the WSANDN basic income, UBI, universal basic income. And the purpose is simply to help people be able to provide their basic needs. We don't want people we don't want to have people living less than $5 a day. We don't want to have people living less than $10 a day. So we want to help people to have, with that basic income to be able to provide for their basic needs. So anybody who is out of a job, who is on this platform, when we kick off this in full force, will be receiving EGCR payments in their wallets, no matter where you are. If you, because we are monitoring a lot of things through this platform anyway, so we'll see how that goes. So yeah, these are the basic EGCR wallet system. We have the debt management system, which is to help to renegotiate and settle a lot of bad debts to help individuals and nations come out of debts and begin to work towards economic growth again. So we're not going to be having debt crisis anymore. If we all come together to make it work, we will make it happen. So we have the business creation system. This will help us a lot to create business platforms with many people. We want people to, create their own businesses and begin to do viable things. And any business that is created through this system will receive grant. We qualify for grant application, and which is very important. You'll get a grant to start up, and you'll also get a lot of other financial support. And business guidance as you grow. So we have, on this platform, we have basically personal services, business services, government services, and NGO institution services. And each of them have grant. Anything you created here, even if you already have an existing business somewhere, you have an existing, whatever you have, but if you join us in this platform, you'll also qualify for grant here. We are expanding the network. So there you go. We have the personal grants, $2,000, $10,000 personal development, business grants, and also we're also giving grants to governments for government projects, both local, subnational, and national projects. So we have the medium, we have the large, we have the corporate. For the business grants, we have the NGO grants also. And yeah, there are many other mechanisms we can use to also help people respond. We have what we call the capital. Okay, so we have this. This is fraud detection on our platforms, because we are offering deposit guarantee. And there are three things we need to understand. We are doing what we call the full reserve banking, and not we're not doing the usual fractional reserve banking, which is basically what part of the reasons why economic crisis erupt in different nations. And let me just explain. Many of you already know what I'm talking about, but let me explain for those who are not aware. Fractional reserve banking is simply a banking system where a customer goes to the bank and deposits $10,000, for instance. When he deposits $10,000, what is required for the bank to keep is only 10% of that money. So the other 90%, the bank use it to, do business and everything. So your money is not waiting. Your money is not there. So that's why one of the reasons why many banks fail. We're not doing that on our platform. EGCR will be full reserve banking. So when you make any deposit through any of our platforms, you are sure that your money is there. We are not doing fractional reserve. Your funds are there, and that's why we also guarantee fraud detection. So if there is any fraud, you can, it's built on blockchain, but we can trace everything through AI. If someone, there's a lot of, there's a lot of issue with cryptocurrency frauds around the world, but we are going to be tracing that. Anybody who does anything, any scam on this platform will be caught. It's not an issue of every transaction will be traced. If you do any fraud, there is automatic indication. And once a fraud is reported, there is a system that freezes the accounts that are involved in the fraud. We don't want fraud on this platform. So yeah, that's important. We have AI agents. Like I said before, everything we are doing with AI will be monitored by people, humans. So AI is not taking your job. You will be supervising. Just like when an excavator is working on a project, an excavator is working, it needs two people, one the operator and the spotter, apart from the other human chains of command. So that's the same thing we use AI as a tool, not AI to replace, not as a replacement, but as a tool for the people to enhance their output. So we have subnational banks that are coming on through EGCR platforms. We have reserve systems, the subnational reserve systems. We've talked about this a lot before. For those of us that are joining us, if you belong to a subnational government, if you have joined us before, you must have heard all of this before. So we have subnational reserve systems, and then we have the debt management systems where you can get your debt. But this is only available for now for governments. We are implementing it for the first phases for government in 2-3 weeks time. We will bring it forth for business, and then we also launch the personal ones, which will get to people, everybody around the world. So basically, this is the wallet, exchange, payment gateway. All of these are based on EGCR and are all routed through EGCR. So JVD is the transactional representation of EGCR. EGCR is a framework. JVD is a transactional representation of EGCR resource. So that's the name of the JVD is the name of the currency, the EGCR currency. But yeah, so we have a lot of things here. I skipped on something here. So we have about 144 plus AI powered and blockchain powered services here. So we have economic OS, economic operating system. We have civic OS, which is simply civic operating system that has to do with civic responsibility, voting, humanities, everything that has to do with that, education, not for profit. Then we have government OS, and then we have also the tech OS, where we have all the technical things going on. So this has about 45 services. This has about 24 services. This has about 29 services. This has 46 services. And then EGCR insurance covers every deposit. So you're not losing your money. You're not losing your money at all. You're sure that your deposit are covered. It's not, oh, I put my money in this and then it's gone. No, we're not allowing that to happen here. Anybody that's going to be operating anything here, you must adhere to the principle. Nobody's coming here to lose their funds. We'll find it and bring it out. So this is the wallet. The wallet. This is okay. Let me go into the wallet. Okay. This has several accounts, which anyone can use to do business, personal account. We have the business account. This is an EGCR wallet accounts. Then we have investment accounts where you can do savings for investment and all that. We have government accounts as well for governments and all of that. So under the government, we have this. The EGCR reserve account for government. So each of the governments that are operating here will have that account. It's very important because we are going to be using that for inflation control and all of that. So we also have the JVD wallet, cards, both credit cards and debit cards. Then this is you can send money here. You can use email, use phone number, use QR code, or use card. So yeah, you can receive money using your email. Email also built into the system. So when anybody that registers here has an inbuilt JMotiva's email, which is used for payment and for communication. So you can receive payments and make payments through that email address or phone number, wallet address or cards and all of that. Yeah. So we have the exchange. Well, transaction takes place buying and selling of EGCR. We have payment system, we have QR codes, we have points. So everything you do through the EGCR system, you're going to be earning points. You're going to be earning points. So we have the direct EGCR payments. Will get you 10 points per dollar. We have this one. You're going to be earning points on it, so that at the end of the day, you have a lot of money to keep for yourself. So we have these smart contracts and all of that. We have the payment system, buying and selling of EGCR with cash or card from any bank. We are bringing in more payment gateways as well. So we have the EGCR deposit system. We have the AI email system. We have the deposit insurance, which guarantees your fund individual coverage minimum of a maximum of $2 million, which is not found anywhere in the world. The United States and Australia only have $250,000 deposit insurance for the traditional banking system. So ours is about 2 million, and business coverage is about 10 million, which makes it better than anything you can find anywhere else. So you can file your claims here. If you lost anything, you can file your claims here, and then we'll pick it up from there. So basically, that is that for now. But let's just show a little bit of this is the dashboard. This is EGCR capital market system. The capital market system is a subnational capital market system where we are establishing capital market systems around the world to help people, business people, to raise funds. Many people cannot raise funds from capital markets because of a lot of requirements and not being able to meet up with everything that is required. So through this, we are making raising capital easier, and we're also helping small businesses to grow. Smaller businesses are going to be growing through raising more capital and employing more people. That's much more important to us. You must raise capital, you raise capital, and then you must employ people. And that's part of the major requirements for our grant system. How much people will be employed. So we have a capital market system. This is the capital market dashboard. You're gonna, for those of you that are in government or in businesses, you want to create a capital market for your locality. If you meet the requirements, you can get that. We give you all the information and support you need, technical support, even financial support that you need, everything you need to succeed. We are there for you. Okay. So this is the overview. You're gonna read that when you sign in first of all as a government. Later on, we'll bring in the business part of it, and then the individuals part of it. So you have basically, if you are creating a Silicon Valley Capital Exchange, it's a capital market. You can just create yours. You have your own admin panel. You have super admin. You have transactions. We have wallet supported with EGCR security and everything. We have revenue model all meted out for you. Have revenue streams. Everything is already planned for you to succeed. So you are not coming in to start breaking grounds. We have a model that works that we are going to help you to implement. So we have here overview. Okay, Great Market Business Portal. You can always get a lot of how you can get listings from businesses and all the admin, analytics, securities, compliance, trading. Okay, these are different securities that are tradable on the capital market: equity, tokenized assets, debt securities, ventures, and crowdfunding. Compliance, There must be compliance on our platforms, trading systems, and all of that. Whether you're only doing a local trading or international securities or national securities, we always will help you. And then these are security system that this particular one, fraud detection and all that, multi-layer security system, wallet system, economic dashboard, liquidity. Liquidity is one of the things that keeps people back from establishing markets like this, but it will help you in every way to gain liquidity. If you come on board with us, that's okay. Then we have this. Okay, just features, active markets, revenue model, and super admin. Yeah. So let's go to. Okay, so this another this credit reporting system. Credit reporting system is a system that will help everybody to know their credit ratings. You know your own credit rating. You don't need an external, go and look for it outside. So every detail about your credit on this platform is here. You don't need the external service to do that. And then we are giving grace to people with bad credits. People with bad credits, we have grace on this platform. We are not going to count whatever you did on the traditional banking system. We are only taking into cognizance what you do on this platform. So the credit rating will be coming to you directly on your dashboard, whether you are a government, whether you are an individual, whether you're a business or an institution. Your credit ratings, everything will be coming to you. So you're going to be seeing it real life update. You're going to be seeing how you are dealing, how you are doing. And you can also lock it or unlock it. You can lock your credit if you don't want it anybody to see. You can lock and unlock. Analytics, coaching, helping people. Our goal is to help people come out of debt. Our goal is to help people come out of debt. So even if you're already indebted or you already have a bad credit rating now, it doesn't matter. We're going to help you and come out of it and then get back on your feet again, whether you're a government or whatever. So I cannot go over and over to explain many other things, but I just want to go straight to this. This is the Global Reserve Banking Network for government. So government and businesses who wants to participate in the reserve system. So this is basically, you create this, you can create EGCR based reserve banking. You can download the documentation from here. You have the overview, you have services, documentation, you have reserve banks, you have operations, where you can also create new operations from here. And then you have analytics. Everything you need to succeed will be there for you. The requirements are there as well for you to read. If there's any help you need, you can get to us straight away, and we can help you to fix anything. Any question you have, you can ask us. So this is for NGOs and institutions, universities, educations, platforms, health platforms. Everything has a grant distribution everywhere. You have institutional email, community development, and all of these things. We have university as a service where every university can actually receive funding from this platform. And a lot of things we are doing here: global collaboration, network advocacy, and campaign tools. The things that you need to succeed as an NGO. If you want to create an NGO, these things are here for you to take advantage of. There we have our email system. So this is the email system where every user will have this email system within their dashboard for payments, for every other thing, communication, all other things. So I'm not going to spend too much time. I want to appreciate everyone for business solutions as well. Okay. We have a lot of things for business solutions. You can raise funds, you can register a business. Basically, we are giving people what they need to succeed. We are giving people what they need to succeed. So it's it's up to everyone to make decisions for themselves, and you know, get on it. So let's look at the job board, which is very important. So this is Geomotiva's global automated job board, which is the target is 1,600,000,000 sectors and industries covered, universal basic income. I talked about that before. AI powered is for job seekers and employment, and then we are going to also, we are implementing the universal basic income system, but that will be coming. We will announce it as well when we start them, all of that. But it's available for people to take advantage of. So you choose which one you belong to. You choose which one you belong, and then you can make overview, hire talent. Okay, that's for government, public. So you have overview, hire talent, UBI system. You have AI matching. You have admin wallet. We are going to be helping you to hire people and all of that, and be helping the people as well. We are monitoring employment rates, because this is an economic system. We're going to be monitoring the rate of employment and unemployment. So we have a direct data to know who is employed and who is not employed, so we can make payments to the people that are unemployed to ensure that they are not living below the poverty line. So we have the job search for job seekers, also a UBI system. So the UBI system here for the job seekers is for them to get their payments, while the UBI system for the employers is for them to get payments to help them fund their employment expenses. So we also have AI matching system. We also have admin wallet. Everything is here. So we'll be stopping at this moment. A lot of work is still going on this platform. So we here is your user category. You can select your use category. When you're registering, you can select your local currency. Depending on what currency you have, you can, privacy, notification, and all that. Yeah, so we're going to be stopping here today. And if you have any question, you can send us your questions. We will answer it. Probably we're going to be doing another live presentation next week. I'll be having an interview with quite a few people on maybe TV networks and podcasts. So I'll be answering questions. So if in case you want to follow us, you can just search for the WSNN. This is a new platform, so you may not see this one quite much. So just look for WSNN, and then follow us. If you have questions, you can contact us through the email or through this platform. You can get in touch with us. Yeah, and this is for those of you who don't know WSNN. Let me just show you the site and why we just. So this is WSNN.